girls' and women's most basic privacy rights and sports programs are being violated to accommodate men and boys who claim to be female, right? Well, here is a feminist who has come all the way from DC to speak to our school board in defense of our daughters, our granddaughters, our sisters, and our mothers. So please give a warm welcome to Kara Dansky.
Thanks, Natasha. Good afternoon. It's great to be here in Loudoun County. Before I give my prepared remarks, I want to say something about the t-shirt that I'm wearing because some of you may not have seen it. For anyone who can see, my t-shirt says woman means adult human female. What you may not know about that, that's the basic dictionary definition, right? It doesn't get more basic than that. There's a woman in the United Kingdom named Kelly J. Keane. You can Google her. She's got a YouTube channel. And there's a reason I'm telling you this. Kelly J designed t-shirts like this, and she designed an enormous billboard and got it put up in Liverpool in the UK. People got mad at the basic dictionary definition of woman and campaigned to get it taken down. So she went on the news and talked about it. Now, the reason I'm telling you all this is that I know you all had a meeting back in June. Kelly J's got a very popular YouTube channel. She covered your meeting in June on her YouTube channel that went to thousands, tens of thousands of people all over the world. So you made some serious noise that day, even more than you may know. Okay, as Natasha said, my name is Kara Dansky. I'm the president of the U.S. chapter of the Women's Human Rights Campaign. We are nonpartisan and we are global. It was mentioned before that this fight is not just in Virginia, it's all over the country. That's absolutely true, and it's all over the world. Women are getting together, and men, and we're organizing to push back against the enshrinement of gender identity in the law. Our priority is the rights, privacy, and safety of women and girls, also known as female human beings. I, a Democrat, came to this fight in 2014 when a close friend introduced me to the dangers represented by so-called gender identity. I never say that without putting it in quotes. A nonsensical, undefinable concept that denies the material reality of sex. As Natasha also said, I was proud to serve on the board of the feminist organization Women's Liberation Front from 2016 to 2020. I was also proud to work with women all across the political spectrum in connection with a group called Hands Across the Aisle, Women in Coalition. That's where I met Loudoun County resident Natassia Grover, who invited me to speak here today. In October 2019, Natasha and I stood together outside the United States Supreme Court to fight for women and girls in employment law while angry men shouted, "Go home, homophobe," at us relentlessly using a bullhorn. I have to say, I am proud to stand with my lesbian and bisexual sisters in the fight to protect women's sex-based rights. So-called gender identity is just as homophobic as it is misogynistic. If we cannot acknowledge the material reality of sex, how can we confront sexism? How can we protect same-sex attraction? Now, I want to bring a particular message to those of you gathered here today. I want you to know that there are countless Democrats who are absolutely furious at our party leadership for what they are doing on the topic of gender identity. I hear from them every day, all the time. They are furious and disgusted that our party leadership is insisting that men can be women, that women can be men, and that our voices don't matter. They are also terrified because they know that if they take a stand, they face likely job termination and social ostracism. This entire issue has created a climate of such fear that people are afraid of what will happen if they speak. There's a very good reason that you don't hear from these Democrats, which is that the media refuses to cover our voices. There's a good reason for this. Polling shows that the vast majority of Americans across the political spectrum want to maintain sex-specific spaces and sports. But the media always frames this as a partisan fight. The media is lying to you. They are lying to all of us. They want to keep us divided. Countless Democrats are in a rage about this, and they don't know where to turn. So I'm here today to ask you to find the Democrats in your community and talk with them about this. Find them at the grocery store, at the library, at church, synagogue, or mosque. Find them at parent meetings. Talk to one another. You're likely to find that you have more in common with a lot of them than you might realize. All across the country and the world, People are coming together. We are coming together regardless of political affiliation, religion, or sexual orientation. We are coming together to say no to men and women's sports, no to men in women's bathrooms, no to men in women's prisons. We are saying that yes, women and girls have the right to single-sex spaces. We fought hard to get them, and we're not giving them up. Thank you so much.
The importance of her being here with us is because this is what we need to do. We need to embrace those moderates and soft Dems that are seeing that their Democrat Party has been taken over by the woke progressives.